It's Hood. Fired into a tight window and picked off.
Nice job by this defense jumping on that football to come up with the interception. And not exactly how this quarterback envisioned this game starting. His very first throw of the game, he puts into traffic, and he costs his team in a big way.
And the Volunteers' powerful offense back out in the field. That last possession, they got stopped on 4th down in their own end. Let's see if they can get it going this time. Here comes a first down pass attempt. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. On the move now. On the run, he'll let it go. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Solid tackle, able to get him down.
Chris, to me, I think the quarterback wanted to get this ball thrown downfield, but good coverage forces him to throw it underneath. But give an assist to the O-line, giving him enough time to be able to evaluate that coverage.
3rd down play for this offense. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. The play moves the ball to about the 45. That's good for a first down.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
And looking to throw now on 1st down. Lets it fly to the wideout. He's got a man down the middle. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
Move the sticks for a first down for this Tennessee offense, and this quarterback is really starting to throw the ball well, putting the ball in the money, and giving these receivers a chance to make plays after the catch. And I tell you, they've had some great quarterbacks, as we know, that have played in their time in Knoxville.
The Vols offense is on the move now. Scanning the field, it's Stewart. Receiver makes the grab. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
And the Vols have 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw it again. Moves out of the pocket. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. Intercepted right near the end zone. What a play. And they finally bring him down. Great defensive play, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see if the takeaway stands. The Volunteers will line up now. It's 1st and goal. It's press coverage now from these DBs. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kurt.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Handoff heading left. They tackle him right at the 35-yard line.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
That run sets up an important third down call for this offense. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Breaking free at midfield. They make the tackle, but not before he reaches the 37.
That running back picks up a big gain, but I want to give credit to the offensive line. Did a really nice job there up front of being able to communicate, get on the same page, create that crease in the defense, and it made it very easy for the back to pick up the first down and then big yards on the back end.
And that run, good for first down yardage. The drive moves on. Handoff to the right side. He shreds the tackle.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. Handoff running right. Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive going. Can the defense get a stop here? And Kirk, it's Tennessee on top as we take a break for the quarter. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the second period. We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down. Try and muscle for the first down. Stopped on third for no gain. Going to be 4th and 1 now.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
That coach keeps the punt team on the sidelines for 4th down. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. First down and more. He's still running. And he goes out of bounds, but I don't think he got there. Short of the marker by about a yard.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decided to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it. Ball handed off.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. The quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. To the air, it's Stewart. Quick throw to his receiver. Oh, that one's picked off. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Tigers. A big defensive score.
Not only are they able to come up with some points of their own, now the defense on the other side comes up with a turnover and a touchdown to tie the game, and they're an extra point away from taking the lead.
Automatic on the PAT. The PAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. And the Volunteers' high-tempo offense is back out on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick-6 last time out here. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Some strong run defense there makes it 2nd and 10 now from the 25. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. Breaking free at the 35. They tackle him at the 43, but that's enough for a first down.
Well, that's just good, hard running by this back. And, man, they've had some good ones over the years. Go back to Jamal Lewis, who was on that 98 national championship team. Travis Henry, Arian Foster. Boy, Chris, some big physical backs come to mind when you think about the Tennessee Vols.
The offense with 3 tight ends now on first down, trying to create a mismatch. He'll hand it off. He finds some space. Breaks into the clear. Tackle made after a big gain. Well, the big fellow's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back, just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right, and then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain in the first down.
On first down, why not keep it on the ground? Has a path to the end zone. Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown, Volunteers.
Heck of a job here on that combination block to open this hole up. You know, when you have 5 blockers that can work as one unit, that's as good as there is in college football and a very underrated aspect of any great team.
They're set now to try the PAT. PAT puts them in front by 7. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Last possession, they went for it on 4th down, but got stoned. Let's see what they can do this time. He'll hand it off. Breaks free. They tackle him right at the 35-yard line.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring 2nd and inches, but it sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Come to the line for 2nd down and very short now. It's a run to the left. Looks like LSU has the 1st down.
Chris, it feels good to see an LSU team be able to run the football, and you know they're going to run. I mean, they've been doing that forever. Going all the way back to like Jacob Hester and Kevin Falk. His ability to run the ball and catch out of the backfield. Leonard Fournette. And of course, Clyde Edwards-Helaire on that great 2019 team. And now, LSU stable of backs again on this roster, too.
Well, they won it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
The offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back. It's Hood. Looking downfield. He fires this throw and is intercepted. Could take it all the way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Well, that's now 2 interceptions for this quarterback, and we're only in the 1st half. This is the exact start this defense was hoping for to create a ton of momentum.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes a handoff.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Keeping it on the ground here. They test the middle there, but get nothing.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fix, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the 1st down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Good as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long, and the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
The offense couldn't convert on 4th down the last time in this situation. Let's see if they can this time. To throw, it's Stewart. And it falls incomplete. A turnover on downs. A big play for this defense.
I really thought that this was going to work out. Showing an aggressive approach here. Going for it on 4th down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Takes the ball, tries the right side here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. They lose 3 in that play, so now it's 2nd down and 13. Important play coming up. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
One way to slow down a very gifted quarterback, is to be able to get pressure on him. Right now, the defense coordinator is doing a great job of mixing up the looks, and the defense is winning the line of scrimmage, and I think it's really impacting this quarterback's rhythm.
Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's looking deep here. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge game, but he could not collect it.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
So here we go. Let's see what the play call is on 4th and long from their own 40. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Looking for his big tight end. And it's incomplete on 4th down. The offense will now take over in plus territory.
Well, Chris, there's crazy, then there's what we just saw. I'm not sure what this head coach is thinking. Late in the game, trailing by a bunch, I get. But you've got time. Way too early in this game to go for it on 4th and a mile.
Talk about quickness. That play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
Offense now behind the 6 on 2nd down. They need 12 after that 1st down loss. Runner takes the toss, runs to his left. And he steps out of bounds, but a solid gain there on the ground.
Go with the toss play here to the left side. Let's give credit to the guys up front, the offensive line, center, guard, tackle. They seal the edge. But I love seeing the receiver's willingness to be a part of that, and a good job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, that play cannot be spilled out of the backfield and into the open field. So everyone handled their responsibilities perfectly to pick up some nice yards.
Touchdown, balls. He would not be stopped. So the offense clicking now, Kirk, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense has shown up, prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. Returner choosing to field this one. The returner is brought down. It's a start of the next drive. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin from their own 11. Linebackers moving around, trying to confuse the offense. He escapes the pocket. It's a deep shot to the right. That ball's incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on 1st down.
You know, they don't hit this downfield, but it gives you an idea of how much pressure this quarterback can put on this defense. They've got to cover all these receivers, worry about the running game, try to pressure the quarterback, and then deal with him when he breaks out and scrambles like that. He's a threat to run or throw.
Here he goes. They bring him down, but that is a huge play for this passing game. Big game.
And just like that, Chris, all of a sudden the offensive coordinator and the quarterback, they changed their approach. Now, that's a big play. So instead of just maybe trying to get into field goal range, now they're really thinking they got a shot to maybe get the ball in the end zone.
Looking to scramble. The QB throws his 3rd pick of the day. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Chris, he's trying to find something. Nothing is there. Everything is covered downfield. He's rolling to his right. Eyes are downfield, but the one thing he doesn't see is that defender who steps in front of that to make that interception.
And here's that wrinkle, the Wildcat formation, extra blocker in the game. Let's see what they call. Direct snap. Picks up the first, looking for more. Ball carrier steps out, but a solid gain on the ground that time.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
And that run is good for first down yardage. A new set of downs for this offense. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Here's the target, and it's complete. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Yeah, you know this defense has got to be frustrated after giving up multiple conversions now on first downs. There's another one. But for the offense, man, they're just playing very efficiently right now.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. The pocket breaking down. He'll just throw that one away to avoid what would have been a sack. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Looking to pass. It's Stewart. And that's incomplete. Just 8 seconds remaining now.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you just have too much time in your hands. You end up thinking way too much. Gets your hands a little shaky.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. A play action, looking to throw. Pressure is coming. Incomplete, just 3 seconds left. Time for one more play.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Tennessee.
Just time enough for one more play in the half. Trying for a 4th down completion. They'll bring him down. The defense punctuating the second quarter with a big play. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Volunteers will kick this away to begin the second half. He'll bring it out from his end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. Emphasis here on cutting down on turnovers, a couple of them in the first half, and that's why they're trailing.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Looking downfield, it's Hood. He'll take a deep shot here. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Fires it to the wideout. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. They bring him down to the 38, but that's good enough for first down.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
First down, looking to throw the ball. On the move now. Makes the catch in space. Make the stop after a big gain all the way to the 34.
What a gain here. Big play for this offense. The quarterback and receiver just seem to be in sync. Tough on that corner to try to make a play on that ball.
This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking to chuck it again. Moves out of the pocket. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. They bring him down, but a solid gain there on first down. Needs to be just inches short of the mark.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Ball handed off. Muscles past the defender. Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be first and goal right there. The offense looks fired up to begin the second half. That's the kind of play they've needed to give them a spark.
Absolutely. I know they're down in this game. Clearly something was said at halftime to try to get this offensive line engaged, and it looks like it's working. They're playing with a different kind of energy. Let's see if they can do it again.
Here's the handoff on first and goal. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Second down and goal. Trying to get to the end zone. They'll run it left. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
On third and goal, he's going to try to throw for it. He escapes the pocket. And that one is incomplete in the end zone.
Boy, what was the quarterback thinking here? You're inside the 10-yard line. You got a chance to put points up on the board. You can't just randomly throw the ball into coverage like this.
It's fourth and goal from the 5, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Dropping back. It's Hood. Looking to scramble. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a fourth down stop.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on fourth down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
And Tennessee's high-powered offense is back out on the field. And here's the handoff. He's got the first and still going. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
Nice run. He's brought down to the 44.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Zero running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage. Well, they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physics.
Oh, and he's in the clear down the left side. Can they catch him? And he finally goes out of bounds after a huge gain on the ground. Nice play.
How impressive have these guys been up front today? Big third down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
The back's got it. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they run the ISO play, but the interior O-line just overwhelmed that time.
Yeah, give the defensive line all the credit in the world because they just manhandled this offensive line. They won the line of scrimmage. It's a very simple play. You should be able to, at the very least, get some positive yards here, but not when you lose the battle up front.
Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. And on the carry, he's heading left. Stop right there at the line. No gain.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
And it's a wildcat look here as they try to convert on 3rd down. And it's a direct snap. No stopping him on that run. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Chris, I know the back's going to get a lot of attention for this touchdown, but I was focused on the offensive line. You had 5 guys working as one. Great communication, able to get up to that second level and open things up nicely to allow the back into the end zone.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. They convert the PAT, so the lead is now 21.
That makes the score Tennessee 28, LSU 7.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the first play of the drive now from the 25.
Here we go, set.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Grab down the middle. It's Sampson. They get him down, but that was the kind of explosive chunk play this offense has been looking for.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The drive stays alive with that first down completion. Back to pass. It's Hood. The receiver makes the catch. They bring him down, but that play will set up a first and goal now at the 10.
Boy, nice job by the receiver of selling this route to the outside, creating enough space back to the inside. And there's the timing again between the quarterback and the receiver, giving him a chance to come up with some yards.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. On the move now. Heavy pressure, he lets it go. A misfire in the pass as time in the period runs out. And as we take a break to flip ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings. So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Looks to the left, and it's complete. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him into scoring position. So here we go. Third down. Defense needs a stop here. Try to force a field goal attempt. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for 6. And it's picked off in the end zone. They finally bring him down, but what a return after the takeaway.
And they'll take over.
I just don't think there's anything else you can do as a play caller. You've got to be able to throw the ball downfield. You just got to hope that your quarterback and receivers can execute when the defense knows it's coming. Here, the interception cost them.
And Tennessee's offense back out on the field now. Offense will keep it on the ground here. He's tackled just short of the 20-yard line.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Now the handoff. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
They'll test the right side here. Breaks free. Powering through a tackle. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Really positive yards here from this running back. He's able to pick up the first down. I guess the only knock would be he does step out of bounds. With the new college rules, of course, the clock will stop momentarily until the play clock starts on the next play, and then the clock will get started again. So just try to stay in bounds when you're working with a lead like this.
And he will be stuffed for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Defense bracing for the run against this heavy formation. They're going to run it here. Fight. Wow, it's another broken tackle. Breaks loose at the 40. Finally brought down, but that play moves the ball all the way down to the 21.
What a job by this back. Keep moving those legs, and he picks up big yards. The defender's just bouncing off of him. Nobody wraps him up. And look at all the yards he picks up.
The Volunteers looking to keep this drive rolling. Leaning on the run game here. He goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
That is called gap integrity. Nice job by this defense of taking away that inside run and then using their speed as the back tried to bounce that to the outside. There's just no room to run.
The first real speed bump of this impressive drive. Offense comes up now 2nd and 11. And they'll use the ground game here. Headed for the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers. This offense really clicking.
think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. The last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly error. Who's in the clear? Tackle made, but not before he reaches the 44.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
Gets some space around the 30. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU.
You know, today's not been their day, but the thing you can always hang your hat on is these guys are still competing. They come up with a touchdown here late in the fourth quarter. You can use that as hopefully some momentum into next week.
Comes the point after attempt. PAT is good. They cut into the lead. It's 35-14. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. So no return on this one. Ball just bounced into the end zone for a touchback. And the Volunteers' powerful offense back out in the field. They were up double digits at halftime, and they're just continuing to roll, building in the lead here in the second half. That run takes it across the 30-yard line.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Hands off to the left. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. Wideouts now clustered. Play fake, looking to throw. And they've got him on the blitz.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
The Vols will send their punt team onto the field. Son to kick it away, helping his team with field position. And the return will be brought down. Now the first play of the drive. They'll begin at the 38. Back to throw. It's Hood. Bringing pressure. Looking for a late deep shot. Oh, he almost had a... Their interception. It'll be second down.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. He fires downfield. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Boy, it's another incompletion. Just something is missing with this offense. Cannot quite get into sync. And now we got another fourth down for this quarterback.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Quick throw, testing the middle. Oh, and another incompletion.
Now, the passing game just hasn't been consistent today. It's plain and simple. They might not quite be out of it yet, but they have to start connecting soon, or this one will be over.
The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Moves out of the pocket. No, he stopped short on 4th down. The defense making a play that should just about secure this victory. They come to the line in the Wildcat formation. Defense got to be on alert here. Direct snap. Look out, room to run here. Defense not fooled by the Wildcat look. Just a short gain on the play.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
They'll come up in Wildcat formation. Let's see what the call is. And it's a direct snap. He'll pitch it. A quick juke. The Wildcat look doesn't get much that time. Just a few on the play.
And the defense is all over the option on this play. That play didn't have a chance from the beginning.
Direct snap. Here's the throw deep downfield. And it's caught inside the 10. And a big gain on the final play. That is symbolic of this impressive victory for the offense. And the huge gain is negated as the officials spot a penalty. Tough for the offense to bounce back from that one. Well, this one, defied everyone's expectations except this lower-ranked team. Nobody gave them a chance not just to win, but to blow out this respected team.
They came in at the very beginning of this game. You can almost feel it, a chip on their shoulder. Every single possession, they seem to be locked in on both sides of the football. Now, what can they do with a win like this, realizing how good they are capable of playing? Be interesting to watch down the road.
And that is going to do it. We enjoyed being here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.